Let's hop right into it. We've only got like 3 hours to play before Arena has downtime, so let's play some Magic. Trying out some red-green shamans this morning. New archetype. They got a bunch of support with Historic Horizon, so we got a few shaman tribal things. We've got Harmonic Prodigy here, which says when the ability of a shaman or another wizard you control triggers that ability an additional time. And we've got Rage Forger, which says when it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on each shaman creature you control. When a creature you control attacks, notably any creature, so this triggers your wizard and your elf druid here. If it has a 1/1 counter on it, I guess we don't have 1/1 counters for these, that's Sedge. Deal 1 damage to target player or planeswalker, but this does get doubled up from this, because it is a triggered ability of a shaman. Other shamans, we've got Seasoned Pyromancer, we've got Elvish Visionary to draw cards that gets doubled up, we've got Fauna Shaman to fish up our other powerful shaman cards, we've got Burning-Tree Emissary, so something you can do that's quite powerful is Harmonic Prodigy plus Burning-Tree Emissary off of a collected company gives you a full refund for that company, because it'll trigger twice and give you 4 mana back. You also have Archaeomancer here as a ramp spell, so we've got 8 ways to get into turn 3 collected company. So lots of fun stuff to go blasting with here. Let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this and see how it goes. My prediction for this deck before we start is I imagine this will probably do well against other creature decks, but I'm expecting it to struggle into Jeskai and control decks. So there's been a lot of control on the ladder in this format, so I'll be interested to see if we can have a good time or a bad one this morning. Failbox, thanks for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. For people just filing in, I'm up a bit early today because I wanted to get into historic decks before we have downtime this morning. So Arena's supposed to be deploying a patch today. We have theoretically 3 hours to battle some Magic here before the system goes down. Hey Sims, thanks for the brand new sub. Welcome to the channel. Oh, the Historic Open is this weekend? Nah. Nah, 0% that I spend my own time playing this format in a competitive setting. This format has mostly only been tolerable because we can just concede when we queue into Jeskai or Creativity for the umpteenth time, but playing a competitive event that's just going to be like mono Jeskai control and creativity just does not sound fun. 0% to spend my own time and money doing that. Yeah, beat up with this deck while playing Jeskai. Alright, we'll see. Obviously, this is Magic the Gathering and nothing happens 100% of the time. But, you know, as you can just, like, see from this hand, right? Like, they cast an Anger of the Gods next turn. Alright, Memory Lapse hopefully means no Anger. Be watching / streaming the Innistrad stream today? Probably not. The last Magic 2020 news announcement was basically them taking an hour to say a whole lot of nothing. It's next weekend. Well, if they do ban updates next week, maybe I'll do it. But I don't envision myself putting time into playing competitive historic stuff while Memory Lapse and stuff is legal. Yeah, and I imagine a lot of our matchups here on the ladder today are going to be creativity and stuff. Zerum Sin, thanks for the 2.5 years. Welcome back. So we're gonna give it the old college try, but I'm also gonna be honest with you about what my expectations are. So we get to start here, and then we get to draw 2 cards for some value. Nailed it. A true skill game. There's an MPL event this weekend, right? The last MPL event had 40% Jeskai control, yeah. The downtime means they're doing updates to the server backend, because normal just client updates don't require downtime on Arena. So hopefully they're working to unfuck whatever they messed up. Okay. Alright, we're cooking with gas. And like theoretically, we've drawn enough cards here now that even if they anger us, you know, we've got a full hand of stuff. Mostly land so far, but you know, maybe some other stuff down the line. Yeah, that's my loose plans, Martian. I'm planning to play a minimum of one Jeskai matchup with every deck that we play here, and if it feels bad / unwinnable, we'll concede subsequent ones. But I think it's important, even if we think from a theory standpoint it's potentially going to be bad, that we like give it a try to highlight some actual, you know, empirical stats, even if the sample size is small. Too many lands for historic, too few for historic brawl. It's been a great 2.5-year trip. Thanks for the 30 months, Rook. Good morning, good morning. Coco. More like YOLO, am I right? Can I get a YOLO? So if this finds a Rage Forger, they're dead. Sage. Alright, so I think we just take the Seasoned Boys, right? Because if I find a Rage Forger, we kill them. Don't mind me. Just be over here selecting some cards. Okay. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, wizard on a chair, take my hands, we'll make it, I swear. Deal. Excuse me? Alright, well, they're dead. And this is, so, like, games like this, so we're obviously about to beat them, right? But it doesn't really feel like well, I guess they have a mana. They could still memory lapse us or something here. It doesn't really feel like I've beaten them so much as their deck just didn't do anything, right? Like there was no combo. There was no combo. There was no anger of the gods. All right, hopefully they're dead. This is a good showing of what our deck is capable of when our opponents don't do anything. Yeah, right? They cast 2 cards and 2 cantrips, and then basically did nothing. To be fair, that's what it feels like, looks a lot when you're in an aggro deck. That's just not even remotely true. That's what it feels / looks like when you play aggro decks into control decks, because control decks on average don't generate very interesting games of Magic. But I actually think some of the most interesting, I think if you sat down and defined objective metrics for what is an involved game of Magic and what isn't, creature decks have involved games of Magic more often than non-creature decks do. Because, again, attacking and blocking is the single most interactive part of Magic the Gathering. So I toggled a few things and couldn't fix the crackling yesterday, and then I rebooted my computer, and after rebooting it, I recorded, like, I don't know, an hour's worth of stuff, and I didn't experience any crackling during it. So I'm going to chalk that up to Windows is a steaming pile of trash, and that the issue is likely addressed by a reboot, which is basically how debugging most things on Windows goes. So I want these extra Bonecrusher Giants because I'm pretty sure they're the Sarah's Emissary deck, and Bonecrusher Giant stops protection from creatures from preventing damage for a turn. So you can stomp their face and then hit them with your creatures. Is the idea. Fauna Shaman's probably too slow most of the time. I'm just going to go ahead and trim those. I don't think I want these other cards. Yeah, because Stomp's an instant, right? So even if they have protection, if they have protection from instants, you can like stomp yourself or one of your creatures. But if they only have protection from creatures, Stomp is not a creature. Yeah, if they have 2 and they name protection for instants, you can stomp yourself and still get rid of the protection. And like, obviously you also have to be wide enough to kill them through a 7/7, which isn't always the case, but... This is where the magic happens. This 5's actually, like, pretty good, huh? We have, like, Ramp Dork, decent thing, card advantage recovery. Bring on the Unholy Heap, baby. Oh, yeah. Okay. Can we hit running lands? You know, I should have played the Fauna Shaman, because it dies to Helix, too. Yeah. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. One of the things you want to make sure you do when you're playing Collected Company in this deck is, generally speaking, you want to be playing this out at sorcery speed, because you could be hitting Burning-Tree Emissary plus a Harmonic to get more mana. Although I don't have haste creatures, so maybe we are doing these at their end of turns. That way I could do this into the second one with the mana. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, lizard on a chair. Take my hand. We'll Collected Company, I swear. Bad company. It's all we're gonna cast. Memory lamps. Okay. Okay. We're gassing back up. What happens if I hit a Rage Forger? I hit a Rage Forger. This gets 2 counters. Rage Forger triggers twice. Probably not worth playing into a Anger of the Gods. So I think we just attack with these 2. And then we pass here. Thanks everybody for showing up bright and early today, by the way. It's a little bit earlier than I'm normally live. It's great to see 400 people in here already. Okay. Opponent's feeling a little crabby this morning, chat. Alright, so we're gonna have 2 emissaries and 2 other things. It is theoretically possible for us to kill them next turn, he said before Elesh Norn came into play. Which again, is just part of the many ways that this, I guess I should have done this in response, huh? It wouldn't have mattered, we just still died? I could have found a Rage Forger in response here. We are on the 0 outer to the Elesh Norn. Thanks for the 5 months, Greenleaf. I appreciate the prime. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. So your master's program this morning. That's exciting. What are you studying, Owl? Grad school. Grad school. Talking about grad school makes me feel old, chat. Marketing. Sweet. It's a good, useful, practical application. This fall marks a decade since I finished my graduate degree, chat. I'm basically got one foot in the grave. Yeah, I'd like to do a PhD program at some point too. I figure I'll have a post-meme life at some point, and we'll get that done. Figure that'll probably be a few years down the line. I don't want to start it until my kids are older. Renzalar, thank you for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. And IO Boss, thanks for the follow. Good morning and welcome to the channel. I'm doing an independent study in napping, drinking whiskey, and petting dogs. It's been 20 years so far, and I'm making some thrilling discoveries. God bless. Hey, whatever makes you happy. Just live your best life out there. Okay. If they don't have another piece of one mana card, and again, just like I was so wrong about my assessments of Historic Horizons, because like I was not expecting these control combo decks to get better with this format, and just like they're so much better. Like Unholy Heat's a solid upgrade. The Crab card's a solid upgrade. Sarah's Emissary's a solid upgrade. Like, man, it's rough. Alright, I mean, they need 2 pieces of interaction here or they're dead, right? Teamer control a thing. It is not. What's the compelling reason to play green over white? They're dead, right? So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 exactly. Oh, they could have a 1 mana thing here, right? No, they don't have a treasure. I mean, you don't even have to just look at Zan, right? Like I can, like, if you want a larger sample. It's meta. I pulled this up on stream yesterday. Historic, best of 3. Oh wow, that's unfortunate. The Jeskai creativity win rate is way down today. It's only at 61%. Or is that almost 70% yesterday? Win rate over time. We can turn some of these off. Ooh, 65. Oh, it averaged out a little bit yesterday once their sample size got bigger. That makes sense. So about 62%. Oh, that's true, actually. That's a good question. I'm going to ping my untapped person right now and ask, does that filter out mirrors? Because that's actually a really good question. I don't actually know the answer to that. I'm going to ping them and find out. Aggro! Thank you for the 15 months. Welcome back. Good morning, good morning. Playing S-tier decks into a field of people not playing S-tier decks is definitely a power trip, Broogie. You know, I wasn't sure what we were going to do for our second deck today, but playing some Tybalt's Trickery sounds great. We only have about 3 hours to play, so maybe we'll do this Shaman's deck for an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then we'll spin the wheel for an hour or so. I've been thinking, what other deck did I want to load up? And I was going to throw it out to chat, but that sounds great. I'm a slightly less than mid-league player, and I almost always play terrible decks, and it feels about how you'd expect it to feel. Yes, to set a low bar, having to draw one combo card is much better than having to draw two. And you get to combo through disruption, right? Because if they counterspell you the first time, you just get to do it again the next turn by discarding a land. Let's go. Let's go. Beep, 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 beep. Is there any way to work some die rolls into the trickery deck? Asking the real questions. You tap my elf. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. What's going on, Herdius? Thanks for the 7 months. I'm more grateful of my wooden sword than my master's degree. Oh, it hurts. All right, so I think we do this, and then next turn we double this up. Yeah, Blastoise is sweet. I recorded some more matches with Blastoise last night off stream using Rapid Spin and Water Spout, so I'll have another Unite video going up today. Carminova! What time is it? It's time for 40 months. It's been a while. Wow, no blocks. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Gosh, no plays. Opponent's so unlucky, chat. Hey, Hats. Thanks for the 17 months of Prime. Welcome back. Okay, so I just step on Merfolk Mistbinder, right? Before they can put another Lord into play. Thanks for the follow, Mirror Titan and Petedition. Appreciate it. Your Thursday's going well. This type of match is probably pretty okay for us, if to imagine. Our linear game plan is like D+ here. Do I want extra Bonecrusher Giants? I feel like I want removal spells on the draw. The question is, what do I want to cut? That one. I cut one more creature. I'm down to 30 creatures. I think that's still fine. Morning, 5 gorillas. Dear Outlook, I've been scheduling virtual meetings for 18 months now. Please stop checking if I forgot to add a location. Oh. I finally got on the scoreboard with the 1/1 counters deck because my opponent was playing Grixis. God bless Grixis, chat. Allowing middling decks to win matches of Magic everywhere. Ruinblaster is a shaman, and it's super cheeky. And its destroy a land trigger does get doubled up by the harmonic, which is hilarious. Morning, Ristful Jones. All right, if we can find another red source, we might have a shot here. Yeah, without a second red. Definitely hurting a bit here with our Ramunap Ruins wearing us down. That was not the bad company we needed it to be. All right, elves, time to get blocking. Morning, Pablos. Meow, ring tingy. All right, no second company. Thank goodness for the little things. So, you're saying there's a chance. Take a chance on me. Do 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 do. We've just been like a bad girl deck this game, right? It's like nothing to do with Shaman, just like Llanowar Elves removal. I dropped out of college before I got student debt 12 years ago. Spent 12 years working at $16 an hour to get laid off last year. Took a programmer class. I went 15K in debt and now make some money. Hey, congrats. Never too late to shift gears and learn something new. And thanks for the support service a lot. Well, so on the play, I think I want to be a touch more aggressive. Nah, I think I probably want my 7 removal spells on the play still. I'm just gonna go ahead and run it back. Maybe on the play to be more aggressive, I cut these Fauna Shamans and I bring in some Archaeomancers to ramp into this faster. Let's do that. Yeah. Morning, Cheshire Cat. Thanks for the follow. So, it's not super exciting to kill this, but I also just want to, like, use my mana this turn. And especially since we just drew, like, a third removal spell here, I think just killing their first play here is fine. Nice. Okay, so I think we do this, and we get to start getting aggressive here. Then, like, next turn I can play second Rage Forger. And put counters on these, and then get 4 triggers when they attack. Correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been a while. Salesforce Pierogi isn't actually sales, right? It's a piece of software. Or is that actually encompassing doing sales of things? It's been a while. Do I want to play into a memory lapse here, or do I just want to attack for 6 and pass? I think I just want to attack for 6 and pass with my 2 removal spells. Well, they just have a diddle. Okay. I'm not doing Pauper this morning, so I only have time to do 2 decks. Also, as expected, the Pauper content didn't do particularly well in terms of being received on YouTube. Yikes. Gosh, this is so close to lethal. It's so close to lethal. So if I play this, we get 8 triggers, and then I can abrade one of these, and then they block here, and then they take 5, so they take 13. I think, unfortunately, believe it or not, the creature deck that draws Collected Company seems like it's going to win the game. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can do 13 here still. That's just not enough. If they have some more lords here, we're going to die because we're going to take, like, we're not dead on the attack, but we can, like, no longer win the game if they, like, pump up their squad and we're forced to take a bunch of blocks. The amazing Wally, thanks for the follow. They have Stone Cold Nothing. I love Stone Cold Nothing, chat. So if I attack with BTE here, I die to a Merfolk Trickster, so I think I'm just supposed to say go. Wow, they had company and didn't play it in Smash last turn. Alright, yeah. I think that was wrong. Yeah, like this company would have killed us on their turn, right? Whatever. Not a lot of, so that's one of the other things about not a lot of player agency. It's like hoping our linear is gonna outdo their linear. Drawing multiple companies, star 0 companies. Not really a whole lot we could do there. Okie doke. I think it's pretty good. To go this, into this on 3. Well, one of our things is big enough to survive. Hopefully they just can't kill a 5/5. God bless us, everyone. I have no idea what they're doing. Static discharge could be anything. Click submit. Oh, also, I have confirmation from the untapped people that their metrics do not filter out mirror matches. So that 61-62 win percent that we see from Indomitable Creativity on their metrics includes mirror matches, dragging that win rate back down towards 50%. So for people that aren't familiar, you typically want to remove mirror matches from your data set, because if your win rate is over 50% against the rest of the field, mirror matches pull it down, and if your win rate is under 50%, mirror matches pull it up. Well, I mean, like, people will try and argue with me on Twitter, but then I'll use 2 clicks and I'll block the weird person from tweeting bad magic takes at me. It's really simple. Also, if you want a small life hack for interacting with me on Twitter chat, I'm far less likely to block you if you follow me. Because I do take brief pause, because if I block someone that's following me, I lose one of my metrics. But you tweet something even remotely lazy or silly at me and you're not following me, nah, you can head into the void. You ain't helping me at all. I ain't giving you the time of day. Alright, well, we hit the second land. Can we hit the third? Alright. Yes, I passed that feedback along, Skunky, that they should exclude mirrors from their metrics. It's probably hard to define mirror unless both players have the tracker. No, because when you're playing against them, you can see what cards they're playing. Shouldn't be terribly difficult. This can't block, opponent. Opponent's playing like blue-red fair stuff. Interesting. The get 'em dead power of this deck is definitely much higher than I was expecting. This feels relatively real. I would wager our last opponent's deck would get yes, what Lambton said, would get significantly better if they cut the static discharges and played 4 Lightning Helix. Yeah, the average goldfish draw is, like, pretty quick. I won't be satisfied until I see Ruinblaster take down 2 lands. You'll never be satisfied. To discard this Shatterskull, bin my land, still get a 1/1? It's busted. Busted shit. Is there any reason to have the downtime during peak activity? The reason to have downtime during peak activity has nothing to do with software and everything to do with capitalism. Somebody jokes on you. I don't have thoughts to seize, opponent. Yeah, the reason why they have downtime in the middle of the day is because someone in a suit and tie ran a calculation and concluded that they lose less money than it would cost them to pay people in overtime. Like, they did a cost analysis breakdown and concluded we lose this amount of money being down for 3 hours in the middle of the day, and it would cost us this other amount of money to pay people to come in during off times, and the other amount of money to pay people is more. So you take the cheaper alternative. All right, so... Am I clicking submit? People use the homepage on Twitch. Do you just like bookmark the channels you want to watch? I have channels. I don't think I've like ever gone to twitch.tv. I have channels bookmarked and then I have game categories bookmarked. So I'll like open the Pokemon Unite or Magic category. We've been really good at having Llanowar Elves on one today, which probably has helped a lot with our average goldfish. There's a following directory on Twitch? I genuinely didn't know that. Fancy. Deal Arena opponent. Other streamers' Twitch chats are dark and full of spam. You're not wrong. Just go Prodigy into Rage Forger. Missouri, thanks for the follow. Boshek, thanks for the 3 years. Whoa! More than 3 years. More like lots of watch time over 3 years. Get our latest Shillionaire chat, and they say the trickle-down economy doesn't work. Be sure to tag me in the subs Discord, Boshek, or DM me in the subs Discord to get your special tag and color there. I'll head on over to the channel points right now and make sure we can continue to trickle down. Thanks to Boshek's hard work, the next Shillionaire only needs to redeem 999,958 shillings. So much easier for all of you at home now to pull on your bootstraps. Eternal Witness sadly did not make it to Historic, which is big sad. Gamer Canic and Nibsley, thanks for the follows. Alright, so I can vomit my whole hand here thanks to the Arcanomancer, right? Yes, we got 4 mana Eternal Witness. We have Eternal Witness at home, chat. We do in fact have Eternal Witness at home. For those of you taking notes, you'll see that we skillfully left Rage Forger in the second 2 cards there, so that way we didn't discard it. I'll make sure you stack your deck appropriately when queuing here. Our first Shillionaire was? Beansy was our first Shillionaire. So I get to flash this back and kill Arcanomancer. Sage. Not worth using the lantern to stop removal. Maybe. I think this, a 4/4 is better than the random card. Maybe it was. I guess getting rid of their graveyard has value too in case they draw Croxa. Yeah, punished. Here's hoping, Coder Chris, that they're going to address the repair issues. Gosh, we're so bad at drawing Collected Company. Although this is a great draw, because it draws us 2. Alright, I take it back. Everything is fine. Pump up the jam, friends. Dear Magic Arena, save targets and always yes when. Now they could trade with both of these. They could fire up Buggy Bear and stack 2 Pyromancers and then a 1/1 and the Den of the Bugbear. Nope, just doing this. They get to season the battlefield a little bit here by making some 1/1s, but pretty far ahead here.
I knew you needed my help. Oh, yep, you're flammable.
So let's kill her and then send the rest of these here. Let's send the elves at her because that way if they want to trade with these, they take extra damage. Yeah, that's the trick. Only 4 cards in bin, so Crocs is not coming back anytime soon. So they're going to 1. I also accept dead. Also accept dead. The fact that this deck gets to play Seasoned Pyromancer to generate card advantage with an addition to Collected Company feels really strong. Like usually these Coco aggro decks only have Company as a catch-up mechanic. So the fact that the rest of our deck isn't all mustard is great. Even like Elvish Visionary alongside Harmonic Prodigy is catch up to a degree. Phoenix, Hollowed One, Grixis, excuse me, Bankastu, thank you for the 33 months. Welcome back. And then we 10 out of 10 just greed here and discard these lands. Always lucky. Always lucky. Get her done, chip. Don't Thoughtseize me. Stop it. Don't do it. Have a heart. Go. Do they want to trade their Arcanist for killing one of my things here on a 1/1 counter? I guess I get to kill my token too. Really surprised they didn't attack with those. Visionary. Vision is scary. Start a revolution. Polluting my hand now. Drawn all of the cards. Such a disaster. Such a catastrophe. Do 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 do. Beep 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 do 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 do. That's actually a big sad. I think it was right to sequence. I'm gonna draw 2 first here, but my poor company won't even get to live to be a bad company, chap. It's a big sad. Big sad. Tradesies? Kerthunk. Kerchunk. There's no removal spells in their bin. But checking out some of their options here. Bottoms up. We love to see it. Prodigy double Fauna Shaman. It does not. It says triggered abilities. This is an activated ability. Hey, thanks for the follow, DDS. Captain said thanks for the over 4 years. Welcome back. It's not just enter the battlefield. It triggers things like Rage Forger too. The best way to know if something is an activated or triggered ability is activated abilities always involve a colon. So a good shortcut in your mind is humans are activated abilities because we have colons. I don't think we could die this turn. Excuse me? Yeah, Salt Strobe would have been lethal there, right? Despite all the rage, do 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 do, but do 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 do. Someone will say what is lost can never be saved. I'm gonna swap the Bone Daddies for some Abrades here, because these killed Darcy after she's powered up and they killed Dreadhorde Arcanist. I don't think they have enough graveyard stuff for Soul Guide Lantern to be worthwhile. It was like just Arcanist. I guess they have looting too, but I don't think that's quite enough to warrant bringing in Lantern. I saw the Arlen Cord leak. Did we have a full explanation of how day-bound / nightbound work? Cute. That's cute. Oh, that's interesting. So it's you don't track day / night. It does make Coco cost less. It's a grizzly bear that makes this cast on 3. I think I want to just flood the board here. Like a pretty decent turn 4. Thanks for the W, Grixis. Ah, Grixis. And that was turn 4 without a company, right? Like I just like had better things to do than my company on turns 3 and 4. So foul, Lucky Bear. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thanks for hanging out this morning. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. I'm here doing Magic the Gathering content. Usually 5 days a week, first thing to start my stream. Usually do 4 or 5 hours each morning. This morning we're doing a little bit less because Magic Arena is going to be having some downtime here in a little bit. We played pretty much all constructed here, so if you enjoy these types of formats, this is a great place for you. Usually we try and change decks fairly often. We do 2 to 4 different decks every single day of the week. I also have a YouTube channel, if you can't always catch me live, where the best things that I stream end up there in their own video segment, so it's a great resource to pick through and find lots of different decks and different formats. There's a bunch of playlists up there if you click onto the main page for Historic Brawl, Standard 22, etc., all the different things we've been playing. I could have been greedy on this mulligan and like bottomed a land and kept the BTE, but I think I'm definitely supposed to just try and guarantee the company on 3-4 here. Alright, so we want Harmonic Prodigy plus BTE, so that way we can cast another company here. Sage. Never lucky, chat. Alright, but I'm playing some prison stuff here. Oh, it does make future Rage Forgers much worse. That's true. Wasn't even thinking about that. That does turn off Rage Forger. Edge. Hey chat, I've got this many copies of Bonecrusher Giant in my main deck to beat 9 lives with, so yeah. See, I see some people talking about 9 lives over there. We can beat 9 lives just fine. Oh, I forgot to. That's fine. I can Fauna Shaman and Stomp next turn still. Yeah, I probably should have. Probably should have left this untapped to use it this turn. Solitary confinement is not legal now. A little bit of Eldraine in my life, a little bit of Bonecrusher by my side, a little bit of Innkeeper's all I need, a little bit of Oko's all they see. Beep, 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 bitty, beep, 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 bitty. Good night, Moon. So again, flavor text on stop. Damage cannot be prevented this turn. Thanks for the sub gifties, Rocky. That's very generous of you. You gotta stop with the bops. A little bit of Eldraine number 5. Okie doke. Alright. So Bone Daddy kills their Enchantress and also beats their combo, so we'll load these up. Yes, Stomp does also work versus Seasoned Emissary. That's why there's 4 of them in my 75. But you put Bone Daddy in your creature decks. Questing Beast also beats Emissary and their combo. Obviously, would like Reclamation Sage here. What do we want to get rid of? Opponent was reading 9 lives as they died there. Yep. Sand's not particularly explosive. It might be right to mulligan this at 7 and look for, you know, Llanowar Elves or Burning-Tree Emissary. Roads flooded during the storm last night. It took me an extra 30 minutes to get to work. Are you East Coast, Beetle? Some of the videos coming out of New York. Oh yeah, you're in New York, New Jersey, right? I think I've heard you talk about that before. You're North Jersey. Yeah. Yeah, some of the videos about the subway lines being flooded in Jersey are just insane. If you haven't seen those, there's I think it was my last retweet on Twitter. There's a thread with a bunch of them. Very terrifying. Stay safe if you're out there, chat. And also, for the love of God, please stop electing idiots that deny we need to address our impact on climate change. My children would enjoy having a planet to live on in the future. So the 23 months, Bill, welcome back. Am I keeping the second Pyromancer? I don't think so. I think I'd rather have 2 Bonecrushers. A friend of mine in northern New Jersey had 7 feet of water in his basement last night. Good lord. Yeah, it's more than just climate, it's an infrastructure problem too. Trash Gudro, thanks for the follow. I think we gotta murder that one, right? I have backup Bone Daddy here, so I'm pretty sure we just killed this, so I can't go crazy next turn. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna throw this one up on the website. It's been a lot more impressive than I was expecting. Yeah, big agree, Rocky. Alright, so I'm giving them a Sanctum Weaver this turn because I think it's important that I keep this other Bonecrusher Giant for after they try and set up a lock. Here in Germany, we had big flood rains a few weeks ago, full on climbing on the roof because your upper floor is ceiling high full of water. Wild, Thorbrand. It really highlights how isolated I am in the United States on average from a lot of affairs in other places that I hadn't even heard of that. I mean, they're honestly dead just like through the 9 lives even here, right? Like, the Rage Forger triggers just kill them? So we get tornadoes in the Midwest, but getting them in actual factual Bloomington where I live is fairly rare. In the decade I've lived here, we've not had one. We've had tornadoes touch down 45 minutes south of me, but not anywhere right near where I'm at. Not right up on top of our city. Relatively speaking, outside of the fact that, like, we can hit negative 50-degree wind chills in the winter and we get over 100 degrees in the summer, like, all things considered, my little slice of the Midwest is a great spot for weather. All things around, all my options. The most dangerous natural disaster in the Midwest is ignorance. Yeah. Howdy, Pump Fist. Yeah, I guess we do get, like, blizzards on occasion, but I'm relatively smart these days and don't drive in them anymore. Speaking as someone who's like driven from Illinois to Kansas City and Illinois to Indianapolis, like mid blizzard, I'm all through that. Way over that life. Often Nest and Gallon Heal. Thanks for the follows. Early 20-something Jeff was not a bright man. Okay, so I think with this draw, I was gonna step on this, but with this draw, I'm gonna do the Arcanomancer here, so that way I can guaranteed Rage Forger even if I miss the land. Oh, chat! Look at their cute little tribal deck, chat! It's adorable! Oh, wait, now do I do this? Now I should wait a turn, right? Do I wait a turn now? Do I just like Harmonic plus this and then yeah, I think we wait a turn. We go for the Gusto, right? I don't know if it's the correct play, but it's definitely the content play to wait a turn. No! No, the hubris, chat. The hubris. Look, Saucer Crab, I'm not gonna say that I've spun my car into a ditch while my pregnant wife was in it because we went to a Magic tournament, but Jeff in his early 20s wasn't the brightest individual. Everybody was fine, okay? Everybody was fine. We might actually lose this game now, Sedge. Weather is no joke. Which shot? Jacob was the first one. We didn't have children at that point. And for the record, we were actually trying to be safe on that trip. That was, for people in the Midwest, that was the year we had the giant storm where, like, everything shut down for multiple days. Like, we went to Indianapolis for the weekend, and we didn't try to drive home until Tuesday. And on Tuesday, after, like, the blizzard stopped on Sunday, and the roads were so bad on Tuesday still, we ditched our car. And then we were able to get it out of the ditch, get a hotel at a city outside of Indianapolis, and then not drive home till Wednesday. Was it 2014? Yeah, Jake 7, it was 2014. Yeah, it was the polar vortex. Is exactly correct. Yes, yeah, January, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because Jake was... Yeah, January sounds right. Being a millennial means remembering the catastrophic weather event and having to clarify which one. Oh, chat, it's so true, it hurts. Oh, speaking of things that are about to hurt. All right, so, like, I know we got punished last time I waited to play the Rage Forger, but I like, we've waited this long. Like, is there a punish for waiting one more turn now? How could we possibly get punished more? He wonders aloud, tempting fate. Yeah, the white weenie deck's just about to wrath us game one. Ooh, yeah, that's true. They could kill the Arcanomancer and then we don't draw land. That's a realistic punish. They have like a Baffling End or something main. Skyclave. Skyclave Apparition. Can take one of our toys away. Wasteland Strangler is going to be a sick addition to this format. We're going to play so many terrible Wasteland Strangler decks, chat. Thanks for the follow, Scarlet by Nature. Despite all the rage, do. Pump up, the wump up, the jam. Do. Jam appropriately pumped up. We're mostly clicking submit here. I'm gonna trade out a couple of Bone Daddies for a couple of Breeds to deal a little bit more damage. I think our linear game plan seems ideal here. I think that onus is on them to interact with us a lot of the time. Maybe on the draw they can get under us. Maybe. Is Fauna Shaman slow in this matchup? I don't think so. So, like, against their very fast draws, it's a little slow. But, like, in the games that get board stally, like that last one, for example. Come on. Untapped green on one, chat. Let's do it. Untapped green. Untapped green. Untapped green. Come on, dealer. Hit me. Hit me, dealer. Hit me, baby, one more time. Never lucky. So we're playing this tapped on one, because this way if I draw an untapped green on two, we can go elf. Okay. Day late and $1 short, but at least we played to that out. Yes, young Pyromancer is a shaman as well. Deck the halls with bowls of Llanowar. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Iron Crag Pyromancer is a wizard. Wow. My immersion, chat. It's almost like they pick the subtyping on their creatures arbitrarily. Yeah, Untapped's been working for a few days. Tuesday, I think, if I recall correctly. Well, poop. And this is kind of a spot where Fauna Shaman's potentially decent, right? Because now any creature we draw turns into Rage Forger. So it just gives us that Rage Forger redundancy. We're playing check lands because Copperline Gorge doesn't exist on Magic Arena, fam. I think we need to start with Rage Forger because I need to pump my team up. I need my stat lines to be bigger here. Prediction for the land cycle in Innistrad, probably just the other half of the Shadowlands. Would be my guess. Do we not get the rest of the Shadowlands? Not in Arena yet. Yeah, the other Snarls. The Snarls are the Handland, Shadowlands, whatever you want to call them. Oh, yeah, that's a good thought. I could have drawn Harmonic and played it. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that. It's a good catch. That's fine. I knew there was a company on top of my deck, and I knew my opponent had an elite spellbinder, so I didn't want to do that. I was playing around this sequence here. GG! GG, easy. GG, easy. Triggers. Despite all his rage, he's still just an elemental in a cage. No, spoiler season proper starts today for Innistrad. But there were also some leaks, but spoiler season proper and full starts today. Alright, let's do one or two more with this. And then we're gonna screw around with Tybalt's Trickery for the last hour of Arena. Because for those of you that haven't kept up on Arena news, Arena is going down for downtime in about 90 minutes. Matchmaking's supposed to be disabled in 90. Over-under on Snapcaster Reprint. I'd take the under on that. I think that card's too powerful. Yeah, if I have to play against Snapcaster Memory Lapse, I'm actually deleting Arena. We're just gonna, like, be full-time Pokemon Unite until they fix things. Although I guess if they did that, I could just stop playing Historic. Yeah, because Standard will be rotated, right? Yeah, that's a little extreme. We could still play Magic, we'll just stop playing Historic if I have to deal with Snapcaster Memory Lapse. It's fine. It's fine, Chad. Everything is fine. Mishra's, thanks for the follow. Yeah, hopefully Historic Brawl pairings get fixed with the patch today. I would like to play more Historic Brawl, but without the pairing algorithm, it's been real bad. Speaking of, Our opponent is ranked 94, chat. 94. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Trickery into that trickery for me, baby. You love to see it. All right, so I don't really have any interaction for their deck. So we're going to go ahead and board in Goblin Ruinblaster so we can Stone Raid them on occasion. Oh, shit. You know what? They have Sarah's Emissary in their deck. I should leave my Bonecrusher Giants in. That was a mistake in my sideboarding. I forgot they're sometimes emissarying now. Usually I'm pretty against Hyperbole Archivist, but I agree with you. For me personally, Historic Brawl is unplayable without the matchmaking. I think I'm gonna do this because I want to guarantee my land drops if I can. Like a pretty good turn 3. It's a shame it's not going to be fast enough, but depending on what they hit.
Fireball. You're playing with fire here.
All right, they need 2 lands to do this again, which they're likely to have. Only getting 1 Stone Rain was big sad. I agree.
Good luck, bye-bye.
Do they not have a land? Weird that they would cash the Chandra in before they see what they're getting with this. Okay. Is there a combination of cards that kills them here? I don't think so. We'll take a spin to win on the company at the end of turn though, just to be sure. We definitely won this game on the play. We were too slow on the draw. No, this is best of 3. So we won game 1, and we're going to take game 3 on the play, hopefully. Okay, so we get to kill Ugin here, right? I don't even have to send all of these at this? Wait, do I? This is 8, 11, and then I can put the triggers at their face? Right, this is 8, 11. Ugin's at 11. No, they're out of trickeries. Their last chaos didn't do anything. So 29 months, Sheriff. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Yeah, second Chandra here would be bad for us. But otherwise, they're dead on board, right? Right? I think they did this. They did this last turn and it did nothing, right? Oh, they had the trickery in hand. Got it. Damn it. We were so close. We are so close. We are so close, chat. Man, I thought we were going to beat double trickery. All right, I'll take game 3 on the play. That was impressive recovery from the sweep. Oh, I forgot to put the Bonecrushers back in. The Emissarios are going to be big sad. Yes, slot. The opponent's deck is basically a slot machine. Hand was a little speculative, but it was powerful if we drew a land, so I kept it. Might just die. If we attacked all, we would have killed them with the desert lands. Oh, with the Ramunap Ruins? Yeah, you might be right. So this is 6, 12. I can do 13 here. Oh, wait. These are lethal, right? Because I get to go double BTE, make mana do this? This deck is very silly. You turn 2 lethal, missing my second land drop on 2, making the second land drop on this turn. That was kind of great. Yeah, nobody's decided to play Jeskai this AM, so this set's been really good. Can't get high rolled on 4 if you kill them first. Yep. Big mood. Thanks for the 29 months, Wiggles. I don't think this deck is very good into control decks. But if you can be a professional like me here today and dodge control decks, it's probably great. Would I rather Visionary or Seasoned? I think I'd rather Visionary. Vision is scary. This deck is very good against decks that aren't good in the format, like mid-range. I agree. Agree. This deck devours mid-range decks. You have so much card advantage and you go so wide. What's good versus Jeskai piles? I don't think any decks in the format are very good against Jeskai's good draws. There are plenty of decks that are kind of competitive against Jeskai's mediocre draws, but Jeskai's good draws basically just beat everything. I think I take this opportunity to just kill this before it turns into a 3-3 again. If we draw untapped land, we can go Visionary into Rage Forger next turn. If we don't draw an untapped land, honestly, we probably just jam Rage Forger and then that lets us attack for 10, right? This would be 4. Adds 2 to each of these. Video lag is on your side or Twitch's side. I have not dropped any frames. If we would have drawn a land there, we could have played this as well, so I think it was worth trying to do that. We're still at 10, so like our odds of dying from here are low. Not 0, but low. Opponent could like ditch a couple of birds and Pillar of Flame us for us to die, but Rage Forger is lethal next turn, so it'd be 4, 7, 10, 13 if they don't have blockers. Yeah, this card reduces the cost of all red and green spells, Chip. All red, all green. Sage. I agree with that assessment, Covert Man. Is that lethal? Yeah, they're dead if they don't have any interaction, right? They could obviously have, you know, Unholy Heats or Lightning Axes or whatever, but it's lethal if they don't. This is 9 and then 2 per. So this is 15. We're attacking for 15 with no interaction here. All right. They could kill us next turn. They're going to 2. Yeah, if they would have killed Rage Forger, they would have still died, but killing the Visionary leaves them at 2. Close game either way. Thanks for the follow, Pat. Good morning. There's not a second bird in the bin at the moment. Okay. Opponent's going on a fishing expedition, chat. With no mana left, I believe they're just dead here. Ezzy, thanks for the follow. Happy Thursday, good morning. Yeah, we get Loaming Shaman and, get a Loaming Shaman and some Soul Guide Lanterns post-board. Fauna Shaman dies quite frequently. They need to looting into birds. Yeah, that was probably the better line. For them is to looting instead of iteration. Try and high roll some phoenixes. Loaming Shaman shuffles a graveyard into a library. I'm shocked that Loaming Shaman is a shaman. Target player shuffles any number of target cards from their graveyard to the library. No, a person that controls the ability chooses what targets it has. I think playing all shamans and Klothys makes you a little bit mediocre against, like, the faster graveyard decks in the format. Like, there's still people that register things like Reanimator. So I wanted more counterplay against those. Obviously, against the grindier decks and things like what's it called? Like Red-Black Arcanist, the Loaming Shamans and Klothys are better. But I think you're probably pretty good in those matchups anyways. Opponent with that good old-fashioned tire spinning. Flamekin Harbinger is not legal in this format, no. Divination. Come on, just let me pollute the airwaves here. Take a hit from those sweet top decks. Just a little bump of Magic the Gathering cards here. Do you have a Memory Lapse? Aether Gust, sure. And then I think we Coco next turn, because with Harmonic Prodigy in play already, if we hit a Burning-Tree Emissary, we just kind of go crazy. Trigger Prowess. And get Aether Gusted again. Sure. Gets this. Just not gonna have another opportunity to cast the stomp, I don't think, so let's jam it. What's going on? Is it dudes? Thanks for the entire year of support. I appreciate you keeping me around. Welcome back. Was the right play last turn? This is the part where they have Sweltering Suns next turn, right? That's how this goes. And honestly, even if they have Sweltering Suns, we're like not in that terrible of a position, right? Because like I get to go this into this, gas up. And I have Bonecrusher left over as well here. The old Anger of the Gods Phoenix deck. Just good deck building right there. Do you have another sweeper? Because I actually have 7 power after your next sweeper too. Wow. That was, I like to end on a high note, and that seems like I like to end decks. We're not done with Magic, don't go anywhere, but I like to end decks on high notes. That was super impressive. So, I think part of my assessment with this deck was off base. While that last deck wasn't Jeskai control, they played a lot of really controlling elements. And the fact that this deck not only has Collected Company as a catch-up mechanic, but also has Seasoned Pyromancer as a catch-up mechanic actually means that this deck has a lot of staying power against decks full of sweepers. I would still be pretty surprised if your average matchup against Indomitable Creativity is good, because they're not just sweepers, they're sweepers plus a fast combo kill frequently. And while we do have Bonecrusher Giant to get past Sarah's Emissary, the odds that we can attack through an Emissary with Bonecrusher Giant through Helix and sweepers as well is kind of low. But Against the actual just control decks of the format, this felt like it had good staying power to grind through them while also having just like really impressive turn 3, turn 4 kill you draws on the back of, you know, BTE, Harmonic Prodigy, and Rageforger just going insane in conjunction with Collecting Company and other things. So really, really impressive overall. I think if you're looking for a sweet aggressive deck, I'd definitely recommend taking a poke at this one. Rocky Altars doling out 3 more sub-gifties. Thank you for the support. New follows as well. Thomas, Tony, and Dr. Acula. Thanks for dropping in today. All right, so we've got one more hour before